and butter for this.
Leave.
What was that? God, I'm again.
It is time, sire.
God, is it that time already? God, time flies, isn't it, to be fair? All right, mate.
For sake, man! I am so busy trying to work on Edoras. You can't just be teleporting in here.
I know exactly what you're saying. You're saying make a smaller version of what you're making, exactly the same, smaller Edoras, you know, dream the same dream, live the same life, twinsies, breathe the same air, you know, be as
How
one.
did you get that from what I just said? You know what? Fine, whatever. As long as you don't come in here.
Can I have this?
No, stop. Put that back. Ooh, put that down.
Fine. Put it back there. Look, I know what you're trying to do, Sensei Zorpazorp, yeah. You're trying to motivate me, yeah? Wax on, wax off sort of thing. You want an apprentice. Look, I'll go away, yeah? I'll come back for feedback.
No, don't come back. No. No.
Don't sweat it, man. I'm going to be back.
Please leave.
You're being serious, guy. Oh, no.
Leave.
And you are so funny. That guy is the best. I won't let you down.
Let's get to work. First things first, I'm gonna print myself these Edoras buildings from Rengeld Designs. He designed them. We're gonna Zenithal Prime them, working up from trench brown up the beige register to true beige, or a skeleton bone. You know, it's still beige. Basically beige, isn't it? Come on, work with me here. All these designs are free, by the way, and they're linked in my description. And don't forget to just look at the sky, think about who you are. Wait, no time for introspection, guys. We're building Edoras here. Get with the program. Let's do all the gold bits with this gold pen. This is a really good way to do all the gold bits really quickly. And this is straight from Master Zorp. His teachings will help us here, and they will guide us through this mission and truly find our life's calling. And in painting the pieces of the terrain gold, we will find that we are truly painting ourselves gold, inside and out sometimes, because sometimes you get it on your fingers, you know. So I should really wear those black neoprene gloves that I got, because they really do make you look professional. But I've got to be honest with you, they ran out. Need to get some more. Anyway, we're going to do the silver bits, and yeah, very much in the way that we were doing the other bits. And in this one really doesn't have any sort of metaphor to it. We're just painting things silver here. I just wanted to keep this nice and literal. And now we're going to move very aggressively onto this stippling overbrushing that we're doing to create the rock texture, and then onto a green for some sort of pre-weathering. A lot of this, to be honest, will sort of disappear down the line, but we'll have done some groundwork, some ground weathering. Does that work? It doesn't really work, does it? Because we're painting roofs, really. It's not on the ground. So I kind of lost that entirely. Started so strong with the metaphors, lost it now. Anyway, it's time for a nice black wash all over it, and this will basically create this sort of dirtiness on the rocks, and also a little bit of details in the shadows. You know, it picks everything out. We're doing pretty much the same here with a kind of contrast mix, which is more of a brown wash over all of the beige bits. And now for green for this little bit of roof here, which for some reason is green, and this is a red roof. This is basically, I'm taking this all from the Weta Workshop pictures that I've been looking at a lot, and that's been helping me just see what bit needs to be painted, what colour. Basically, it's you know, it's a technique in a way. Yeah, this is going really well. I feel like we're really bonding, and we're finding sort of common ground, you and I. Painting these flags green and red with a little bit of contrast. A bit of fire drake here, just to darken everything down. It was looking a bit too beige. Can things be too beige? I think they can. And I'm continuing to spread fire drake everywhere that is meant to be brown and wood-like, and even on the gold, because it works really well as a wash there. 2 as well. Also, I'm just filibustering here because I can't really remember what I did. I did so much stuff on this project. Right, so we're going with a deeper brown now. I got some more brown contrast paint because I wasn't happy with the brown. And now we're going to be dry brushing Wraithbone all over them rocks because I want them to be a little bit brighter and a little bit more rock-like, to be honest. Giving really S-tier advice here for you guys. And now moving on to the wood and all of the roofs, the hay roofs, straw roofs. I can't actually think of the name of the type of roof right now. Right when it counts as well. So annoying. So frustrating. Thatch roofs. Is it thatch though? Anyway, Wargames Atlantic sent me these cool hobby saws for some reason, and I wasn't going to send them back because I like tools, and I thought I'd give it a go because this just looks terrible and it printed badly, and I want to do it again. So Dan, as in Dan the Swan from Swan Industries, helped me cut the thing in the program thing, and then I printed it and repainted the thing and glued the thing back on the thing. Moving on to the flags here inside, there's flag banners in there, and we're going to do a bit of highlighting on them and a bit of dry brushing and just make them look a bit nice and stuff, you know. Again, really, I just feel like I'm giving real value with the narration today. It's probably because I'm in a really hot tent that I've made to make the sound less bad in the conservatory, and it's so hot, can't think. But look, we've done the buildings, or I've done the buildings. You haven't done anything, I'm assuming. You may have done it. I don't know you. Okay, and Rach is helping me here because and the cat's really helping. Thanks, Millie, for the help. Thank you for that as well. Yeah, and just trying to, don't know why she does that. It's quite strange, really, isn't it? Yeah, so we're trying to get a kind of idea of how this thing's going to get together. Be together. No, be laid out. How it's going to be laid out. There we go. Nailed it that time. Great. And then I'm going to draw around the buildings and sort of mark them so I know for later where I need to cut. And then I'm going to saw off this extra bit because we don't need it right now. I'm going to use a respirator because this stuff gets into the air, it's nasty. Take off the foil and then redraw the shapes. And then I'm going to use these lolly sticks and this gripple, which will turn out to be terrible, and we'll see why. And then we're going to stick these together with the sharp lolly sticks. And then it's gonna dry really quickly because I've definitely used the right stuff. Except it was not the right stuff. Indeed, did I have the right stuff? I mean, inside, figuratively, that is. I should have just listened to my good friend Michael from that one video's advice on the right stuff to use, but instead I freestyled it and got something from the range instead. And then it rained the next day and I needed to work outside. Did I have the right stuff? I said to myself again. Not going quite as well as I thought, to be fair. Yeah. I know what we'll do. We'll check in with Master Zorp. Here we go. No. We won't teleport. He did say no teleportation, didn't he? No answer. Time difference. It's probably the time difference. Alright. God, let's just get on with it. Right, we're going to shake that off. Master Zorp would want us to fight on, wouldn't he? Yes, that's right. So we're going to fight on using this knife, and we're going to start cutting into the PIR foam. And PIR foam is very good at being carved with knives. And it looks like rocks. There's a very good sentence structure there. And the rest of it, as in the XPS foam, we're going to use this lovely foam cutter. It's nice and hot. It cuts through stuff, it melts stuff. Those stairs are going to look better later, I promise you. And then back at it with a knife on the PAR foam. This is going well, actually, I think. And then we're going to use this old fingernail brush, and that sort of smooths everything down and gets rid of all the nasty bubbly bits. And we tried to use a bit of foil here, do a bit of Zorp stuff. That went fine. And I've not used this before, and it's like a modelling texture paste. I'm going to fill some gaps and create some texture, some muddy, yummy, delicious texture. Starting to feel like a cake, isn't it? Yeah, so now we're going to paint it dark brown. We're going to do the brown down. And now it's starting to feel like a chocolate cake. Really hungry. Really would love to have a chocolate cake right now. But people don't like me eating on the channel, so I'm not going to do that again. I promised. I promised I'm not going to do it again. Right, again, we're going to do the beige spectrum up to a white, really, but a sort of off-white, so it's still the Beijing. Not the country. Now, here we go. Yeah, this is what it looks like laid out now. It's starting to look more like an Edoras and less like a cake. And now, hot glue gun, and we're going to hot glue gun all of these buildings down because it's nice and easy and quick, but very stringy and messy and annoying. I also had to cut in for this building so that it sat right. There we go. And then glued in the other bits and used them as like little rocks and stuff. And then I had this old wall that I placed all of these tiny bricks on manually, 2,000 of them. And now I'm going to take them all off again later when I realise I didn't actually need a massive wall and I never did anything with it. And we're going to repurpose them as paths and that, because I thought that would be fun and look good. Both things. If you can have both, that's good. I mean, hobby projects, they're meant to be fun, right? And to be honest, this was incredibly fun. Yeah, I think it just sort of kept me going for this whole thing. And then when I was flagging, I'd just have some coffee out of my favourite mug and just keep going. You know, put it down on the table in the living room, you know, cause some absolute chaos. Yeah, there's definitely going to be these things everywhere. Sorry. Again, the hot glue just kept this really quick and easy, and it definitely got dark, so the lamp goes on. Look at that, it's like a sunset. Now we're going to prime all of the rocks and bricks and stuff ready for dry brushing. Just going to take a sec to like Jordan Sorcery's video, and then we're going to overbrush these rocks, first with grey. Oh, sorry, you're waiting for me to say more things. Okay, and then we went back over with beige. And now it's time to put some mud in all of the gaps and stuff. It's time to make some paths. We're gonna need PVA. Mix it up nice. Gloves for safety. A respirator for extra safety. Tile grout. And we're going to use this tried and true old trusty brush. And then we're going to spread all the PVA down and then sprinkle on this lovely tile grout. And then we're going to spray it with a little bit of water, just gently, and this will set in a lovely little bit of time. And like a paleontologist, we're going to get rid of all of the little bits that we don't want on the buildings and keep spraying it with water. A lovely time. And now we're going to create a little bit of texture and variety by adding a little bit more PVA glue and then some of this lovely dried dirt that I've pre-burnt to bits in the oven so that it doesn't have any nasty stuff in it. And then here, I can't keep that voice up, honestly, it's so hot inside this thing. Yeah, so we're basically creating a little bit of like, they're almost like at this scale, rocks and mud and a different colour, so it's not just one flat bit of beige. And that creates a nice bed for all of the green bits. There is a bit of green on Edoras, it is mostly beige, but I looked at the model and I can confirm there is green. But we're missing something, aren't we? And now for the bit you've all been waiting for, the secret weapon. A small bag of beige flock. It's natural scenic scattered dried grass mix to be exact. £2.45, bargain. Let's open it up, let's do a bit of a...
exciting. So, sake.
Now, I did have to call in a little bit of help, to be fair, from some of my counterparts from other dimensions. And, because it was just taking too long, to be fair. I did have to dispose of them afterwards, but I can assure you that they were very bad in their dimensions. They were bad versions of me, and they very much deserved what they got. It was clean. It was clean. Do you know what I mean? It was painless. Basically painless.
So it turns out that stuff wasn't anywhere near beige enough, and I was going to just do, some magic on it and that. But I thought instead of that, I'd spray some skeleton bone into it instead. And actually, it's worked quite nicely. So I'm going to see what that's like, sprinkling it on. And then if not, we might need to go and get some sawdust from the sawdust shop.
Turns out that we didn't even need to go to the sawdust shop, and it had shut down after being open for 25 years. Can you believe it? Because this stuff was perfectly beige. And now we've got a nice bit of texture and variety. Lovely. The only thing we lost in translation were the paths, so we're going to redo them. And all we're going to do here is take some tile grout and a little bit of watered down PVA and basically paint them on, and then they'll dry, hopefully, perfectly.
Do you know what, mate? I feel like we're missing something. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that something is flags. Yeah. So a kindly gentleman named Colin sent me an email with all of these flags on it. And although I just thought, well, how am I going to use that? Because that's an email. But then I thought, you know what? I'll print them out. Genius, I know. And then all you do is cut around them and you glue them on. And I'll try and find a link to where these are actually from and put it in my description so you can get them if you need them. If you're into your 10mm and you've got Rohan. And then I did a bit of painting of the flagpole with some contrast. It looks, fine. I wanted to use cork bark for rocks, but I could only find aquarium gravel at the range, to be honest. And I just didn't have it in me to, search anywhere else, because I'm stuck in my ways. What can I say? But I think these worked really well. I also washed all of the other rocks, side rocks, I don't know what to call them, the cliff faces, that's it, in between. And then after dry brushing the rocks a little bit, I used some pallid bone to make them look less blue, because they all look sort of weird and blue. And I put that everywhere, because they look good. And now we're going to use dirty down moss, which is just magic in a bottle, really. You've got to mix it up really well, though, and stir it as well. And then you paint it on, and then sponge it down, and when it dries it just looks absolutely amazing. And I did pour most of it on the table, so that's good, isn't it? And I was loving that so much that I just literally put it on all of the buildings because that felt right. Now it is the final move. It's time to put loads of tiny tufts everywhere, and these were like the golden and beige ones, and these are from Tajima Miniatures, and they're great. And such great value for money as well. And there is a link in my description if you'd like to get some of these. And I know I was meant to stick with beige, but I wanted to put some flowers down by the buildings for some variation. Then I put the flags down, ready for the final reveal.
Welcome to the Vortex. It's sort of like a pocket dimension between pocket dimensions, and it's where you and me catch up. I'm going to keep it short today though, because I've actually already done the whole thing. It's behind me, a secret. Basically, it turns out it's quite hard to do YouTube and life and all the stuff that's all happening at once and that. Even if you can teleport and control time to a certain extent when you can be bothered. Even wizards need help sometimes. A lot of the time, to be fair. If you'd like to support me and the stuff that I do here, you can check out my Patreon. You can find a link in my description, and it gives you access to an exclusive Discord where you can chat to me and these legends. Also, I give something away every month, just like these things. If you'd like to help the channel out, but you'd also love to get yourself some awesome minis, you can check out my affiliate links here. This has been sick, mate, but I've got shit to do. Yeah, see you later.
Take it away, Rengald. And yes, this is Rengald, the designer of the Edoras files, playing the piano, just to be extra meta. Within there rise the roofs of houses, and in the midst, set upon a green terrace, there stands a lofty hall of men. and it seems to my eyes that it is thatched with gold. The light of it shines far over the land. Golden, too, are the posts of its doors. Edoras didn't feel complete until I put down my Rohan army. And these ones are from ROK Minis, and I think they're just, yeah, I love the sculpts, they're perfect, and it just feels so right now they're on Edoras. Makes me think of the shot when they're leaving Edoras to go to Helm's Deep or even Dunharrow, just that feeling, you know. And there's something about 10 mil that just makes it feel so epic and feel more like the films. And yeah, I'm really glad I did this, and I really recommend it to anyone. You should try these big projects. They are tough, but when you're done, the feeling is so satisfying. It was really cool seeing recently Tiny Wars TV and Adam from 3D Games making Helm's Deep, so I thought there's no reason to make a third Helm's Deep, so adding an Edoras to the mix is my contribution to the 10 mil big build world, and I can't wait to see what everyone else comes up with next. 10 mil is on the rise and I'm loving it. Oh god, it's that time already. Zorp's going to be expecting me. Sorry.
So what do you guys think? Helm's Deep or Edoras? Which is your favourite?
All right, mate. Yeah, I've done it.
Done what?
You make an Edoras, I'll make an Edoras. We'll be friends. We're definitely friends.
Well, it's a bit small, mate. We kind of do stupidly massive around here.
Oh yeah? Well, yours is.
Oh, come on, dude, don't cry. Of course you're worthy.
Really? Yeah? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, you do want me to be your apprentice. I'll move in next week.
Move in where?
No worries, dude. God, such a relief.
What? No.